It's official at the University of Colorado Boulder. We're ready for prime time. What do you say?
Yeah! It's prime time! So let me introduce our 28th coach in Colorado history, Coach Prime.
This is a dream, this is a blessing, and we've only just begun.
Well, that's a moment all Colorado Buffaloes fans are going to remember. The announcement of Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, the new coach of the Colorado football team, back in the Stampede. Voice of the Buffs, Mark Johnson. Coach Prime alongside here. Man, can you believe the buzz that has kind of been created here last week?
I would rather talk about Yellowstone and the roping like we were talking about previously, but we got to stop and do this foolishness.
Yeah, I know,
but
yeah.
let's talk about the roping. And
we're gonna get him on a horse, by the way.
Yeah, I want to do that.
We're going to get him on a horse. Yeah.
I'm serious.
The thing you got to remember about roping, you got two 1,200-pound horses.
I can't rope.
Two 200-pound men and a 500-pound steer flying down the arena.
See, you ain't tell me all that. You just told me you want me to go. You ain't tell me about all that other stuff.
We're going to get him on a horse.
Yeah.
Well, you know, you met Ralphie, so now it's the next step, right?
Yeah, and that was scary as well.
2,000-pound buffalo will do
Yeah,
that.
and I'm sitting in the back of the darn thing.
Yeah.
The buffalo coming at me, and everybody say we good. I don't get that.
I was going to say that your whole life is about buzz. I mean, every place you go, there's electricity. But have you even been shocked by the response you've gotten here in town?
I expect that, man.
Yeah.
I really do. Because what it is, it blesses the kids.
Yeah.
It blesses the program. It blesses the university. I guarantee you, enrollment numbers are going to go crazy. I guarantee you.
I don't doubt
and we're
that.
going to check all that. We
Yeah.
check all that stuff because
Yeah.
we like to not only touch the football program, we like to enhance all the programs. I openly tell our basketball, hey man, you need to, you recruiting?
Yeah.
You better drop the kid around here.
Right.
Same thing with our women's basketball coach, who is just wonderful.
Yeah.
You know, I love
Sarah's
her.
great.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love her
Sweet
to life.
16 and all that.
I love her to life.
Yeah.
So, like, hey, bring your girls over. I got it. You know, I used to hoop back in the day. I love that game.
That says something about you, though, Prime. I mean, you've got, most coaches come in and focus on football. You've got kind of a 30,000-foot view of things when you come in, don't you?
Yeah, but I mean, I keep the main thing the main thing.
Right.
Football is the main thing, but in all that getting, we got to get understanding, the Bible declares. Why aren't we blessing everybody? Everybody should be helping everybody.
Sure.
We should be. I wore, I think, a cross-country shirt out to practice the other day because I wanted, because I know I'm photographed and I'm shot for YouTube and all kind of things, but I want to blow up there. I want their sport to blow up as well.
Yeah. All right. You've got, as you and I sit here today, got 2 practices left before the spring game. Have you got the bulk of practices? What have you seen? What have you liked?
Well, we know who's who. We know what's what. We've already identified that. It rarely, at this point in time, could be any surprises. We don't forecast any surprises. We've been great injury-wise without many getting hurt or harmed in any facet. And we know what we got. We know what we got to do to win.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. The installation process that your coordinators are going through, are you happy with how that's going?
I am, but then I'm not. I'm happy with that and that progress, but some things don't work like it would normally work without the personnel.
Sure.
Just say, for instance, I'm gonna give you an example. Coach Kelly, I was coordinator. He was hot. I said, Coach, you got your aspirin? Make sure the trainers have aspirin when he goes out to practice because he's gonna be yelling and screaming and he's gonna be in it. I said, Coach, you do know like 3/4 of your starting secondary ain't here.
Yeah.
You do know that. Yeah, I know. I said, calm down. You're going to be all right. You got to think about it like that. You know that. But he's still trying to get these guys ready just in case.
Sure.
So I love that. And I love that. Like offensively, Shador gets frustrated sometimes, but he knows you may just have 2 of the 3 or 4 starters out there that's going to be out there.
Sure.
That's it. So don't get frustrated. It's going to be all right.
I asked him, we did an interview with him a while back here, and I asked him about playing for his father. I said, do you refer to Coach Prime as dad or is he coach? And he says, well, I don't talk to him a whole lot in the field unless I get the finger. He says, then I know we got something to talk about.
Yeah,
How
that's
do
true.
you look at him? I mean, you look at all these guys as kind of your kids, but how do you look at your son?
I do. I'm very judgmental of him because I know him. You got to understand, until I went down with my foot surgeries, plural, I never missed a game. We've always been together for every game of his life. I'm talking about football, baseball, basketball, all the things that God has blessed me that have gone on in my life. I've always coached him. And see, in high school and Pee Wee all the way up, I've called every play. But I digressed. I told him, I said, son, now, when we get to college, it's a different game.
You bet.
I said, I could do it, but I don't want to feel like I'm handicapping you, so I'm going to hire a coordinator, and he's going to take you to another level. So he is a football player. He's my son because I know what he's capable of, but he's a football player, and it's normalcy. I may be tougher on him and Shiloh than any of them on the field, and Travis.
Yeah, another great player. I once heard Barry Bonds say he struggled coaching because he didn't understand why they couldn't see what he did.
Right.
Great athlete, one of the greatest of all time. Did you struggle with that early in coaching?
No, not whatsoever, because I wasn't expecting me.
Interesting.
I wanted the best out of them.
Yeah.
See, these guys that struggle, they expect that guy to be him. No, I got to find out his best ability and what I can contribute to that, to make him blossom, to find out who he is, to make him become more than he ever fathomed becoming. Yeah. I don't expect me out of none of these guys. That's too much to ask.
Lastly here, and by the way, we love the upgrades you got here in the recruiting lounge.
What did you expect? Everybody keep complimenting us. What did you expect?
Man, that looks good. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Lastly here, Saturday, 1 o'clock out here, 45,000 people, sell out for the spring game.
Wow.
What do you want to see from your team?
I want our guys to compete. I want the fans to have a good time. We're a little different now. This spring game is probably going to be totally different than you've ever seen one before. Not because of the capacity, but I'm in a mic, and I want them to hear me all over the stadium.
Okay.
And not only that, ESPN, I have me mic, and I want to tell them about what's going on and why I'm not upset with this or why I am upset with this and about this player, that player. I want the coordinators to be mic. I want Shador to be back. He declined last year because he's like, Dad, you know I'm going to say some stuff. I said, but I want them to understand the leader you are. I want them to hear you. You could try your best. I'm pretty sure they got a 3-second delay.
Dump button.
Yeah. But I want you to see some of these guys compete, and I want to see them compete. I don't want to see them cut deals and, friends. Let's compete.
Nice.
Let's compete. We had a fight today, and I liked it.
Awesome.
I liked it.
Awesome.
I liked it.
I know Buff fans are like, we're going to get you, by the way, team rope. That's going to happen now.
I don't know how to. Let's just teach me how to ride the darn horse for us. Can we do one thing at a time?
With your athleticism, though, I think would be a piece of cake. No doubt about that.
Yeah.
Hey, have fun on
Thank
Saturday.
you, man. I appreciate it.
All right. There's head coach.
You got to wear your hat next time. Don't take off your hat for
I
this.
I certainly will. Dion, Coach Prime Sanders and the Buffaloes, 1 o'clock on Saturday with the spring game at Folsom Field. Coming up next in the Stampede, we're going to talk with the defensive coordinator for the Buffaloes, Charles Kelly.